Guys, welcome to my channel. Today I am going to show you how to build Revolution JD from Easy Robot. Basically, I've taken everything out of the box and I'm going to show you how to build them. So what you want to first do is grab your main body. That would be your charging port. This would be for your shoulders, which are right there. So make sure if that switch is turned on, just flick it off, because the second you plug in the CPU or whatever that is, I'm pretty sure it's the CPU, the main stuff of the robot, it'll say stuff and just tell you where to go to get the instructions, but I'm going to be showing you right now how to build it. So what you want to do is grab the CPU. This is what it looks like, lots of cables to be plugged in, and there should be one little male connector there and a female connector there that should correspond with those. So what you want to do is just line it up, and you'll have to push down a bit on it to get it plugged in. And what you want to do now is connect the shoulders. So the first shoulder we'll go with is the left one. So what it should say is, on the computer it'll say where to plug in the stuff and where to plug the cables in, but one thing it does not tell you is that you want to line up the black with the black strip, because that is actually your negative. And when I was working with another one of these, I did not plug it in properly, and some of them weren't working, and I'm like, why is it not working? But anyways, what you want to do is, it'll say D1, D0, all that on the computer, but it actually also says it right on the circuit board. Probably won't be able to see that, but anyways, you'll see it if you own one of these. And so what you want to do is line up the stuff. So, and I grabbed the right one. Okay, so what you want to do is grab your left one first. Doesn't matter if you go right or left. So this is actually going to be D0, the very top one right there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. What you want to do is take your left one and plug it into D3, which will be this one right here. Now that you have that plugged in, go ahead and take your right shoulder, this guy right here, and plug him into D2. So the one right above. Once that is done, you're going to grab your head, which is this guy right here. It's got a pretty cute face, no mouth, just a bunch of eyes. And what you'll be able to do is just slide it in right here, like that. So once you have that slid in, what you want to do is plug in the big wires first, just get them out of the way. So the big, huge, wide one, compared to this little small guy, is going to be your camera. You want to plug your camera right into this one, right there. Now, this one right here is actually the eyes, because the eyes will flash and light up and stuff, which I find is pretty cool. When I played with the last one, it was pretty cute with what you can do with it. So you can plug it into either one of these three. I'm just going to plug it into the first one, because that makes it easier. Now, let me find out what I have. So this would be the head. So what you want to do is plug your head into D0. I think I am going to do the neck first. So your neck will go into D1, which is, if I can see it from where I'm sitting, this one right here. Now, once you have that plugged in, go ahead and plug in your head, which will be the wire coming from the head. Plug that into right there. So now these first four will be all filled up. Now, what you're going to want to do is grab one of these guys. This is going to be your shoulder and stuff. It's going to be for the arms and the legs. You're going to have a couple of these from the box. And what you want to do is, the instructions say to plug it into right here, I believe. 1 second. Yes, right here. So what you're going to do is you're going to actually line it up like this. You don't want it upside down, you want it done like this. So all you have to do is they make it really simple. You just slide it in. And if I can get this, hopefully. Okay, now that I have that done, go ahead and plug this one right here into D4, which is obviously the one right underneath D3. Once you have that done, you are going to go ahead and grab your next one right here, which actually, nice enough, again, you want it to not be upside down or anything, just slides right into here. Try to make sure that if it's not perfectly aligned in that way, that's fine. Just try to make sure that the joints are perfectly aligned up here. So now that you have that done, you're going to go ahead, and I accidentally clicked the power there, that's why you moved, if you see. Little funny thing. And what you want to do is plug this one into D5, which is obviously, again, next one right underneath. Once that is done, it's going to tell you to grab the hand, which are one of these little claw guys. They're pretty nice, just their little claw. This one does not matter which orientation you put it in, so just for convenience, I am going to have it lined up so it's coming out of the back, just like that. So now it's going to tell you, you probably guessed it, to plug it into D6. This one right here, if I can see what I'm doing. Bit hard with all these wires. Okay, there we go. Make sure that you're pushing them all the way down. You want them all the way in, just so they actually stay in. Okay, now it's time to start doing the other side. You want to grab one of these guys again, unravel it, and just, again, you want it not to be upside down or anything. So you're going to slide it in, and I got it on the first try with this one. So now, it's going to tell you to plug this one in to D7, which is this guy right here, right under D6. Once you have that plugged in, you can go ahead and grab your next one, because that's obviously what you'll be needing. And just go ahead, slide it in, just like that. And plug this one into D8. And the guy right there. If I can, again, get it in. Now, just use your fingernails, push down by both sides, just in case. And now, of course, you're going to grab the other hand. Once you grab the other hand, again, doesn't matter which orientation you put it on, just make sure that it is plugged in properly. So go ahead and plug it in to D9. So the one right underneath it. Just like that. And the arms are all done. If you can't see, this is what he should so far look like from the front. And now we're going to flip them back around. Now we're going to get started on the legs. You're going to grab, you should have 2 of these left. That, if you do, good job. You are doing this properly, and you haven't used too many. You're going to take it, line it up like this, and slide it in downwards. Just like that. Try to have the cable coming out of the back, just like you have been doing with all the rest of them. And this one is actually different. You're not going to keep going down this. You are actually going to plug it into D12, right here. So you're just going to slide that in, make sure the negative is lined up with the negative line, and now that little part of the leg is plugged in. Now what you're going to want to do is, if I can grab the right leg on the first try, which I have. Okay, so this is going to be brought over here. Make sure that this isn't caught in here or anything. Pull it out just so you don't get stuck in the leg when you're building, when you turn on the robot, because that would not be good. So you're going to slide this in right there, just like you have with all the rest. I'm just going to do that. Okay, I am going to put this through here because I just want to have everything on one side so it is out of the way on the front. Because after this you're going to actually be doing a bit of cable managing with these little rubber strips. And they take a bit, but they're like, I'll do a little time lapse and speed it up so it's not in your guys' way and taking up a whole bunch of the video. I'll show you how to do the first one, about half of it, and then you guys can just pause the video and carry on doing the rest or something. So what you will want to do is go ahead and grab the knee, which is this guy right here, and plug the knee into I believe this is 13. Yes, it is. D13, just like that, and grab your ankle and plug it into D14. Just like that. Now that leg is done, you're going to start up on your other one. Now, what you're going to want to do is probably, if it isn't fed through already, you're going to want to feed it through to the right side, and you're going to need to have it lined up, just like this. So you want the two black parts facing in and having the white parts facing out. If you have not been lining these up the way I have been showing you, your robot will actually not be lined up, and if you tell the arm to move forwards, say you had this one switched around with this one, it's like flipped around, if you were to tell this part of the arm to go forwards, it would go backwards. It is not backwards compatible or anything like that. And I'll quickly fix that because you'll need that to not be in the way like that. Oops, I just noticed. So what you will need to do is slide that in. Go ahead, grab your next leg, slide it in to right here like this. Now let me get that in so it's actually there. Okay, now that that is in and I put it backwards. Great. Okay, slide it in all the way down and take your robot's leg and plug this one into D16, which is actually one skip away, so one little notch after that into this one. You're going to skip, there should be a little space in between there, and time to do the last part of the legs, which is this one right here. And after you do this, your robot will be all wired up, and then I will switch him on, he'll tell you where to go, and then I will just end the video there, probably. We'll see what happens, and then post the video after I edit it all. So make sure that it's fully slid in, just like that. And now grab your two wires and pull it out. Well, pull them out. Okay, so grab your knee again from this spot right here. Line up your negative with this to D17, which is, one sec. I know I should know this. Okay, right here. This one right there. Grab your ankle, which is right here, and plug it in right here, negative. Again, you want the negative all line. So if you've done this correctly, you may want, I'm pretty sure I've got them all done up. Like, I see no like, there's a lot of spaghetti and stuff that's... Okay, so now we're going to, like I've said, do the cable managing. So what you're going to do is you're just going to grab all the cables, for example, to here. You're going to grab them all, put them all into a nice little profile. Try to keep them all flat against each other. And I need some sort of clip. I will be right back. Hello, I am back through the magic of editing with a bobby pin, so I can clip up the wires. Do not use a pin because you will be creating a fire hazard if you were to put a pin through the rubber on these. So what you want to do is, I will try to make sure that you guys can see. So take the wires, make them all flat. Doesn't matter how you orientate them, just make them flat so there's more, so that it's easier to get the cables through. And go ahead, slide this on, just like that. Once you've done that, wherever you put it, fully extend the arms or however, so something like that, to make sure that there is still some sort of cable there and that it's not going to get rubbed against, restricted by the cables being too short. So, now that you've done that, grab one of your rubber stretchy things. I don't know the name for these. And what you want to do is, I'll grab a nice end, and you want to go ahead, extend them, make them sort of flat like this, and put it around the cable like that. So it should just go around and just do that. So I'll try to bring it up closer to the camera. So bring it around and around, just like that. I am going to now slide it up into wherever, if for example I'm using a bobby pin, slide it up to where your bobby pin is, and I am going to fast forward most of the cabling, or managing, not cabling, and then you guys can just pause the video because I'll be going probably way too fast for you guys to keep up with the speed of me editing the video, so it goes quickly. So I am going to be quiet now and just fast forward. Just pause the video so you can be ready for the next part. Okay, so I should have probably stopped the fast forwarding because this left arm right here, what you're actually going to want to do after you've basically got halfway through wrapping it, you're going to actually grab the arm, the two shoulders, and what you want to do is, as long as I can find them, so grab your two shoulders, the two shoulder wires, and you're going to actually want to start looping those in too with this cabling. So now you're going to line it halfway up, just with this, and you're going to bring it around just like this, and just start looping that in too, because, well, that way they're out of the way too, and you've got nice cabling. So I'm going to continue the fast forward here and just keep watching the video. Thank you for watching. Comment, like, and goodbye.